Okay, so now let's take a look at number 10. The details in lines 38 through 39 develop a theme of the passage by showing A, how experiences can be more exciting than stories, B, that the memories can be both powerful and detailed, C, that the past can feel more intense than the present, D, how spending time with family is important. So if we look at lines 38 through 49, it's a pretty lengthy section here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Thinking back on that day, I remember the windburn I got on my forearms from the cool, salty breeze off the Atlantic, a first for me. And to this day, I can't go to the Jersey Shore without bringing home a box of fresh saltwater taffy. But above all, I remember anxiously getting bleacher seats to the diving horse. As we took our seats, the horse, with a fellow named Arnett Webster, clad in a rubber wetsuit on its back, was about to jump from the platform roughly 30 feet high in a pool. I recall staring at the odd sight of a horse standing as calmly as you please on a platform above the pool, just like the kind I swam in at my Aunt Anne and Uncle Leo's house. To a recorded drum roll and cymbal crash, Webster urged the horse forward, and the two fell through space to make the biggest splash I'd ever seen, even bigger than the cannonballs my uncle could make in his own pool. Wow. And then both horse and rider surfaced, though for the life of me, I can't recall how they got out of the pool. So here, he's telling us the story of the diving horse. But this question is asking how they develop a theme. And so I was looking through some of these answers, and I was kind of struggling a little bit when I was trying to determine the correct answer. And then I realized my fatal flaw. What I needed to do, really, right after reading any piece of fiction, is think about the theme or possible themes. I really should do that before I answer any of the questions. Because remember, we've discussed the fact that all good fiction really has a purpose of developing a theme, a message or messages being conveyed to the reader. And so if I would have thought this through carefully, I would have determined a theme really about really kind of making that leap into his writing career, about being inspired by events and people and then going for it and finding success because of it. When you think about the horse, it's kind of the same thing. He just had to jump in. And once he got off of that platform, the success was easy because, he had no other choice but other than to, dive in. So if you go through these and what I would also suggest, I went back to the story and I read the rest of the passage and I looked at how he ended the story, because I think it's really important when you're looking for a theme to look at how the story ends, because it often sums up the message. Not always, but sometimes. So here he said, in terms of distance, I was about 30 feet. In terms of writing, it was a leap of a lifetime. And what you might have noticed, this isn't really fiction. This is a personal narrative. It's kind of a memoir, so it's true, but it's written in the same structure as a narrative work of fiction. So anyway, in terms of distance, it was about 30 feet. In terms of writing, it was a leap of a lifetime. So really, that this goes back to his success and inspiration to become a writer. So we know that spending time with family, sure, that might have been important to him, but we know that's not the theme. That's not the central idea of the piece of text here. So we should be able to use our answer eliminator tool to get rid of A. Now, if you look down at D, if we look at A, how experiences can be more exciting than stories. Well, he never makes that contrast. Again, the purpose of the story in the narrative is to show us what inspired him to become a writer. Let's look at C. The past can feel more intense than the present. Again, there's no comparison there even made at all. So that one should be an easy elimination. The answer is B, that memories can be both powerful and detailed, because it's those powerful and detailed memories that lead him to be inspired to become a writer.